Imagine this. One day you wake up and realize you've spent more time worrying about life than actually living it. Has this already happened to you? The greatest loss is not death, but the life unlived. We live in constant noise, dragged by the past, haunted by tomorrow, forgetting that life is only ever here. But what if nothing is late, nothing is missing, and what you seek is already seeking you, and stay till the end? There's a powerful bonus lesson you cannot miss, where every video is a doorway to calm, clarity, and timeless Buddhist insight. Let's begin. 1. The prison of tomorrow. We spend so much of our lives waiting for a tomorrow that never seems to come. The mind whispers promises of one day. One day you'll rest. One day you'll be happy. One day you'll finally feel enough. But in chasing that someday, you abandon the only place where life truly unfolds, this very breath. As the old saying reminds us, tomorrow is a mirage the thirsty mind runs after. Imagine a traveler who spends his entire life packing his bags. He organizes his clothes, gathers supplies, and rearranges them again and again. But he never steps beyond the doorstep. His life is consumed by preparation for a journey that never begins. Isn't that how we live, when we put joy, calm, or peace off until a future time? The Buddha taught that suffering is born, not from the storm outside, but from the storm within, the restless craving for what is not here. You wait for the perfect career, the perfect relationship, the perfect moment to finally allow yourself happiness. Yet the truth is simple. Peace does not wait. Peace is only here, in the rise and fall of your breath. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the rhythm of your breathing. Notice how it comes unasked, how it leaves without being clung to. This breath is your only real possession, and within it lies your freedom. Say to yourself softly, I release the illusion of tomorrow. My peace is in this breath. I am complete in this moment. Ask yourself, where am I postponing happiness? Do you tell yourself you will be calm once the project is finished, once the bills are paid, once you are more successful? And yet, doesn't another task always appear? Another mountain always rise? The future keeps shifting like a horizon you can never touch. If not now, then when will you finally give yourself permission to feel peace? The beauty of Buddhism is that it reveals a radical truth. Life is not waiting to begin. It is happening now. The joy you seek is not hidden in tomorrow's uncertain gift. It is flowing through this very second. To touch it, you need only stop running. So let this be your turning point. Choose to step out of the prison of tomorrow and into the freedom of now. Feel your feet grounded, your body present, your mind resting in stillness. Every minute is a treasure chest, but only if you dare to open it. Remember this, the right moment is never late, and happiness is never far. It is always waiting for the one who stops chasing shadows and learns to be here. 2. Calmness is supreme strength. So often, the world teaches you to equate calmness with weakness. If you do not react, people may think you are powerless. If you remain silent, they may assume you are afraid. Yet in truth, calmness is the rarest strength of all. It is the quiet force that cannot be shaken by noise, by insult, or by chaos. The stillest lake reflects the stars most clearly. In stillness, clarity is born. Think of a mountain. When storms gather and winds howl, the mountain does not tremble. Lightning may strike its slopes, rivers may carve through its valleys, yet it stands, solid, unmoved, timeless. That is the power of calmness. When you choose not to be dragged into every storm of thought, every surge of anger, every pull of fear, you discover that within you lies the mountain itself. The Buddha reminded us that true strength is not in conquering others, but in mastering oneself. Anyone can raise their voice, but few can hold silence without bitterness. Anyone can strike back, but it takes true power to stand firm, to respond with clarity, to see beyond the storm. Pause here and imagine yourself as a mountain, the winds of judgment, the storms of doubt, the rain of disappointment. They come, they pass, but they do not define you. Beneath them, you remain steady, grounded, unbroken. Whisper to yourself, "My calmness is my strength. I rise above reactivity. In stillness, I find clarity." Ask yourself, when have you mistaken silence for weakness? How many times has your heart urged you to fight fire with fire, only to discover later that your peace was worth more than any victory? Calmness is not about being passive, it is about being unshakable. It is the strength that allows you to see clearly while others are blinded by rage. In modern life, this power is more necessary than ever. In your workplace, in your relationships, in the chaos of daily tasks, people will try to pull you into storms that are not yours to carry. But if you guard your calm, you will begin to notice something extraordinary. Your presence itself becomes medicine. Others will lean on your peace. They will feel safer in your company. You become the mountain for those still caught in the storm. So do not fear calmness, do not dismiss it. It is the crown of discipline, the jewel of wisdom. For in stillness, you are not empty, you are full of strength. Remember, storms come and go, but the mountain stands, and so can you. We'd love to hear your thoughts. If you're not sure what to say, just type, "My joy finds me." We spend so much of our lives trying to hold everything together, our plans, our relationships, our image, even the future itself. But what if this very grasping is the chain that keeps you from peace? The Buddha's wisdom points to this truth. Clinging is the cause of every suffering. And yet, how often do you find yourself gripping tighter, convinced that if you just control every detail, calmness will finally arrive? Imagine a hand trying to hold water. The tighter it grips, the faster the water slips away. But when the hand opens, when it allows, the water rests gently on the palm. This is the nature of life. The more you cling, the more you suffer. The more you loosen your hold, the more peace naturally stays with you. The illusion of control is seductive. It whispers that if you plan enough, worry enough, demand enough, you will finally be safe. But safety does not come from grasping. It comes from trust. Trust that life is unfolding as it should. Trust that storms will pass and that joy can flow in ways you cannot predict. Close your eyes and breathe. Picture yourself opening your hand. In your palm, water rests, still, quiet, without struggle. Feel the relief of not needing to clutch, not needing to hold, not needing to resist. Whisper to yourself, "I let go of what I cannot hold. I trust the wisdom of letting go. Freedom lives beyond control." Ask yourself, where in life am I clinging too tightly? Perhaps to a relationship you are afraid to lose, to a career path that no longer feeds your soul, to the fear of not being enough. What peace lies in releasing control, in loosening the grip just enough to let life flow? Think of the great tree. It does not try to control the wind. It bends, it sways, it adapts. And because it yields, it survives. So too, your strength is not in resistance, but in allowing. The more you fight life's natural rhythm, the more exhausted you become. The moment you stop resisting, a vast calm opens before you. In today's world, letting go may feel like defeat, but in truth, it is the highest victory. For in surrender, you are no longer a prisoner of fear. You are a vessel of peace. Control binds you. Letting go frees you. Remember this, life does not need your grip to move forward. It only asks you to open your hand. 4. Stop chasing, start receiving. We spend so much of our energy chasing success, chasing recognition, chasing love, chasing peace. And yet, the more desperately we run, the further these things seem to drift from us. But what if the truth is the opposite? What if the very things you are chasing are already making their way to you quietly in their own time? As wisdom reminds us, that which belongs to you cannot miss you. Think of a river. It bends, it twists, it disappears behind rocks, yet it never loses its destination. No matter how many turns it takes, the current always finds its way back to the sea. In the same way, what is meant for you flows steadily toward you, even if you cannot yet see it. You do not need to chase the river. You only need to stand still and trust its path. When we chase, we live in fear. Fear that life will forget us. Fear that we will miss out. Fear that we must always grasp or be left behind. But this endless striving only leads to exhaustion. The Buddha's wisdom calls us back to balance. Peace does not live in running. It lives in allowing. Happiness is not in chasing, but in receiving what life brings with open hands. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Imagine yourself standing by the river. Hear the water moving toward you, flowing without your effort. You do not need to dive in. You do not need to force it. It comes to you naturally. Whisper to yourself, I am aligned with the natural flow of life. What is mine comes to me in peace. I release the need to chase. Reflect gently. Why do you believe you must chase life? What would happen if you allowed instead of forcing? Can you trust that what is meant for you will arrive? Not a moment too soon or too late. In your daily life, notice how this truth unfolds. The opportunities that truly matter do not require desperate pursuit. The relationships that nourish your soul flow with ease. The peace you are seeking does not appear when you demand it. It rises naturally when you stop running. Remember, alignment is stronger than effort. Trust is stronger than control. What belongs to you cannot be taken away, and what is not yours will never stay, no matter how hard you chase it. So stop running. Stand still. Allow the river of life to carry to you what is already yours. For the things you are meant to hold will always find you, quietly, gently, in perfect time. 5. The beauty of ordinary rituals. We often imagine happiness as something waiting for us in grand moments, an achievement, a celebration, a great success. Yet the truth of life is far gentler. Joy hides in the smallest places, in moments so ordinary we overlook them every day. The Buddha's wisdom reminds us enlightenment is found in sweeping the floor. The sacred is not distant. It is woven into your daily rituals, waiting to be seen. Think of a candle. It does not ask to burn in a palace. Its flame carries the same light in a humble hut, touching walls, warming hearts and dissolving darkness with equal grace. In the same way, life's beauty does not depend on where you stand, but on how you choose to see. Every simple act can become an altar of peace, if only you bring your full presence to it. When you rush, you miss the gift. Drinking tea becomes mechanical. Walking becomes only a task. Breathing turns into something unnoticed. But when you slow down, when you give yourself permission to be fully here, the ordinary transforms into extraordinary. The warmth of tea against your lips, the rhythm of your footsteps, the rise and fall of your breath. Each one a miracle. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself holding a cup of tea. Feel the steam rising, warming your hands. As you sip, imagine the warmth spreading into your chest, into your soul, like sunlight at dawn. Whisper softly, I honor the sacred in the simple. Every breath is a miracle. Joy lives in the ordinary. Ask yourself, what ordinary moments do you overlook? How many times has the sky painted itself in colors you were too busy to notice? How often has laughter passed by, unnoticed because your mind was elsewhere? Where in your daily rituals, drinking water, folding clothes, opening a window, might joy already be hiding? The truth is, the ordinary is not ordinary at all. It is the canvas where life paints its deepest lessons. The monks sweeping their temples, the farmers tending their fields, the mothers preparing meals. Each act becomes meditation when embraced with presence. To find happiness, you do not need more. You need only to see more deeply. In a world that teaches you to chase what is grand, dare to bow to what is simple. Let your rituals become your sanctuary. Let your breath become your teacher. Let your tea, your walk, your quiet moments become your temple. Remember this, life's beauty is not waiting in distant peaks. It is blooming quietly in the small corners of your day. The happiness you seek is already here, hidden in the gentle grace of the ordinary. We'd love to hear your thoughts. If you're not sure what to say, just type, "My joy finds me." 6. Patience is the language of the universe. We live in a world that glorifies speed, where waiting feels like failure and patience feels like weakness. Yet the universe speaks a different language. It whispers that everything has its season, that nothing blooms before its time. As the old wisdom says, the fruit ripens only when the tree is ready. Imagine standing before a flower. If you try to pull its petals open before it is ready, you do not create beauty, you destroy it. But when you allow the sun, the rain, and the rhythm of time to do their work, the flower blossoms effortlessly. Life is no different. Forcing outcomes only tears at the delicate threads of your peace. The Buddha's path teaches that craving and impatience are roots of suffering. When you demand that life move at your pace, you are at war with reality. But when you trust, when you allow, when you surrender to the natural unfolding, you discover a calm far greater than any victory gained through force. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Imagine yourself as a tree. Your roots reach deep into the earth, steady and nourished. Above you, the sun pours its warmth, the rain offers its blessing. You do not rush, you do not chase. You wait, and in waiting, you grow. Whisper gently, "I am patient with the timing of my life. What is for me will not pass me. I allow time to work with me." Reflect on this. Where are you forcing life to move faster? Is it in your career, where you demand instant success? In love, where you fear being left behind? Or perhaps in healing, where you wish the heart would mend in a day? What if waiting itself is part of becoming ready? What if every season of delay is shaping you quietly, preparing you to hold what you once could not? Think of the farmer. He plants seeds and tends the soil, but he cannot command the harvest. He trusts the unseen work happening beneath the ground. So too, you must learn to trust the hidden timing of your life. Your waiting is not wasted. It is the silent classroom where resilience, clarity, and strength are born. In the rush of the modern world, patience becomes your rebellion. To be calm, to trust, to let life unfold. This is not passivity, it is power. Remember this, forcing a flower breaks it, but waiting allows it to bloom in its own grace. Your life is no different. Trust its seasons and peace will always walk with you. 7. Silence reveals what noise hides. We live surrounded by noise, voices, messages, distractions that pull us in every direction. And yet, despite this constant activity, how often do you feel truly connected to yourself? Noise can fill your ears, but it often empties your heart. The question is, why do we fear silence when silence is the very place where truth is waiting? As wisdom reminds us, the loudest voice is not the truest. Imagine a pond at night. When the surface is restless, stirred by wind and ripples, the moon breaks apart in fragments. But when the water becomes still, the moon appears whole, luminous, perfect. In the same way, your soul can only reveal its true reflection when the mind is calm, when silence is allowed to settle in. The Buddha taught that suffering often comes from distraction, from running away from what lies within. We keep ourselves busy, consumed by tasks, conversations, and endless noise, because we fear what silence may show us. Yet, it is in silence that healing begins. For in quiet, the heart speaks in whispers we can finally hear. Close your eyes and imagine yourself sitting by a still pond under the night sky. The air is cool, the world is silent, and before you, the moon reflects perfectly on the water. This is the mirror of silence. Whisper to yourself, "I welcome silence into my life." In stillness I meet myself. My soul speaks in quiet whispers. Reflect for a moment. What truths do you avoid by staying busy? Do you fear silence because it might reveal your loneliness, your grief, or your longing? What silence are you running from? And yet, what wisdom could that very stillness reveal if you dared to sit with it? Modern life convinces you that value is found in noise, in constant communication, in endless productivity, in being always seen. But true power is not in speaking louder, it is in hearing more deeply. Silence does not weaken you, it sharpens you. It teaches you to see beyond distraction, to listen beneath the surface, to find peace where the world only sees emptiness. The one who learns to be at home in silence is never truly alone. They walk with themselves, they walk with truth, and they walk with clarity. In silence, you discover that peace is not something to create. It is something already present, waiting beneath the noise. Remember this, in still waters, the moon reflects whole. In stillness, your soul does the same. Welcome silence, and it will reveal the truths noise has long kept hidden. 8. Your energy shapes your reality. What if the world is not simply happening to you, but responding to you? The way you see, the way you speak, the way you feel. These are not just private experiences, they are energies that ripple outward. As wisdom reminds us, the world is a mirror. It returns what you show. Think of a seed. If you plant anger, you cannot expect roses. If you plant fear, joy will not bloom. But when you plant kindness, patience, and peace, the garden of your life begins to reflect it back. Your energy is the soil from which every experience grows. The Buddha taught that the mind shapes reality. When your mind is restless, the world feels harsh. When your heart is bitter, life seems unfair. But when you cultivate calm, when you choose compassion, the same world transforms before your eyes. Nothing outside changed, but everything inside did. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Imagine light expanding from your heart, soft and warm, touching everything around you. See it illuminating the faces of those you love, the places you walk, even the strangers you pass. Whisper gently, "My energy creates my experience. I radiate peace and peace returns. I am the author of my vibration." Reflect now. What energy do you send into the world daily? Is it hurried and impatient, leaving others tense in your presence? Or is it calm and gentle, leaving others lighter after meeting you? How does your energy shape your relationships, your work, your inner world? What vibration do you choose to carry in this very moment? Remember, energy is not hidden. Even without words, others feel the weight of your presence. You have seen how a single angry person can fill a room with tension, and how one calm spirit can bring peace to everyone nearby. This is the silent power you carry, the ability to shape reality, not by force, but by the quality of your being. In modern life, it is easy to believe you are powerless at the mercy of circumstances, yet every moment you have the power to decide what seed you will plant. Fear or love, complaint or gratitude, anger or peace. The world responds accordingly. So walk gently, but with intention. Radiate what you wish to receive. If you long for peace, become peace. If you wish for kindness, embody kindness. If you seek joy, carry joy within you. Remember this: you are not a victim of life's energy. You are a creator of it. Plant roses, and roses will bloom. 9. Release the illusion of perfection. We spend so much of our lives trying to perfect ourselves, polishing every flaw, chasing an image of who we think we should be. Yet in this endless striving, joy slips quietly away. What if your pursuit of perfection is not lifting you higher, but stealing the peace that already belongs to you? As wisdom says, the cracked cup still holds water. Think of the lotus. It does not bloom from clear, untouched waters, but from the mud. Its beauty is born not despite the mud, but because of it. In the same way, your imperfections are not obstacles to your worth. They are the very soil from which your strength and beauty grow. The Buddha's teaching reminds us that suffering often arises when we resist what is. The obsession with perfection is a form of resistance, resisting our humanity, our mistakes, our scars. But peace comes when we allow ourselves to be as we are. Authenticity, not flawlessness, is the true ground of happiness. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Picture yourself as a lotus rising from muddy waters. The mud does not stain you, it nourishes you. Whisper softly, "I embrace my imperfections. I am whole as I am now." Perfection is found in authenticity. Now reflect, where in your life do you demand perfection from yourself? Perhaps in your work, where every small mistake feels heavy, or in relationships, where you feel you must always be enough for others. How does this demand weigh on your heart? And can you see how imperfection actually makes life more beautiful? How laughter often comes from mistakes, how wisdom often comes from failure, how tenderness often comes from scars. Consider the cracked cup. Though imperfect, it still carries water, still serves its purpose. Sometimes the crack even lets the light through. Your imperfections too carry hidden gifts: humility, compassion, resilience. Without them, you would not know growth. Without them, you would not understand love. In a world that pressures you to always be polished, dare to rest in being enough. Right here, right now. Wholeness does not come from erasing your flaws, but from embracing them. When you let go of perfection, you step into authenticity. And authenticity is where true calm and joy live. Remember this: the lotus blooms from the mud, the cracked cup still holds water, and you, exactly as you are, already carry the light of completeness. Let go of perfection, and you will find peace. We'd love to hear your thoughts. If you're not sure what to say, just type, "My joy finds me." 10. Joy is not a destination. We often live as if happiness is a distant destination, a reward waiting for us after we accomplish enough, earn enough, or become enough. Yet in doing so, we overlook the truth that joy is not found in reaching a point. It is discovered in noticing what already exists. As the wisdom of old reminds us, the path and the destination are the same. Consider a bird in flight. It does not fly to reach the sky. It is already in the sky the moment it lifts its wings. The journey itself is not a means to an end. It is the experience of being alive. In the same way, your life is not a series of checkpoints to earn happiness. Each breath, each step, each quiet moment contains the gift you have been searching for. The Buddha teaches that suffering arises when we confuse achievement with joy. We think we must obtain something external before we allow ourselves to feel complete. And yet, in the rush for more, the present moment, the only reality we truly inhabit, slips away. Joy is not waiting at the finish line. It lives in the ordinary, unfolding now. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Imagine yourself walking along a quiet path. With each step, notice the earth beneath your feet, the subtle breeze, the gentle movement of leaves. Realize that the scenery itself is the gift. Whisper softly, joy is present in this step. I don't need more to be whole. I allow myself to smile here. Reflect gently. What happiness are you postponing? How often do you tell yourself you cannot feel peace until the work is done, until the relationship is perfect, until life aligns with your expectations? How much joy have you overlooked while chasing the next achievement? And today, can you allow yourself to smile without reason, simply because this moment is here? In everyday life, small pleasures become sacred when we notice them. A cup of tea warming your hands, the sound of rain on a rooftop, the laughter of someone you love. These are not distractions from life. The laughter of someone you love. These are not distractions from life. They are life itself. The journey you're walking is already filled with the moments you seek. So release the idea that joy is somewhere else. Let the present moment be your home, your reward, your teacher. The path you walk is not a stepping stone. It is the entirety of the journey. Remember this. A bird does not fly to reach the sky. It is already in it. You do not need to arrive to be happy. You are already here, and in being here fully, joy is already yours. 11. Surrender is freedom, not defeat. We often mistake surrender for weakness, believing that to let go is to lose, that yielding is a sign of defeat. Yet the deepest freedom arises not from struggle, but from acceptance. The Buddha's wisdom reminds us what you resist controls you, what you accept releases you. Resistance binds the mind, while surrender opens it to life's effortless flow. Imagine a bird taking flight. It cannot soar by force alone. It must surrender to the wind, allowing the currents to lift it, guiding it where it cannot fully command. In surrender, it finds the height, the freedom, the effortless grace that no struggle could ever achieve. In life, your freedom follows the same principle. You are not released by fighting reality, but by yielding to it, by trusting the natural current of your existence. When we resist, we create suffering. We hold tightly to control, to expectations, to outcomes that may never happen. Every time we push against life, we lock ourselves inside our own prison. But when we allow ourselves to let go of the struggle, we find a quiet space within, a calm that no outside situation can disturb. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Imagine yourself floating on calm water, the current carrying you softly, without effort or strain. You float, fully supported, fully aware. Whisper gently, I release the fight with life. I find freedom in surrender. Trust is my natural state. Reflect. Where in your life are you resisting the flow? Is it in relationships, holding on to expectations? Is it in work, trying to force results that may not align? Or is it in your own heart, resisting feelings, desires, or change? What freedom might arise if you released even a small part of your resistance? What weight could fade simply by letting go? Surrender does not mean indifference, nor does it mean giving up your values or goals. It means choosing alignment over struggle, acceptance over fear, flow over force. When you stop trying to control every wave, you discover that life's current carries you with ease and grace, and the horizon opens in ways you could never plan. In a world that praises struggle, dare to release. Allow life to move through you instead of against you. Let go of the urge to control every moment, and you will find a peace that is deep, steady, and unbreakable. Remember this: the bird flies because it surrenders to the wind. You too can rise, not by forcing, but by yielding. Let go, and freedom will meet you where you stand. We spend so much of life trying to earn peace, as if it were a reward for those who struggle the most, plan the hardest, or achieve the impossible. Yet the deepest peace comes not from effort, but from trust. The moment you believe life is unfolding as it should, peace quietly enters. As the wisdom says, to trust is to already be free. Imagine opening your hand toward the sky. A butterfly may gently rest on your palm, soft and unexpected, but if you grip it too tightly, it flies away. The butterfly shows us the nature of trust, to hold lightly, to allow, to welcome without force. In the same way, when you release fear, control, and doubt, peace can gently settle within you. The Buddha taught that suffering does not come from the world itself, but from resisting it. When you doubt, cling, or fear the unknown, your mind turns stormy. But when you trust, when you move with life's flow, the storm passes. Your heart feels lighter, your mind calmer, and even challenges that once felt overwhelming can be faced with clarity. Close your eyes and take a slow breath. Imagine opening your hand, palm up, empty, welcoming. Picture a butterfly landing softly, trusting the hand that does not try to trap it. Quietly whisper, "I trust the wisdom of life's timing. Peace comes to me when I allow it. I am safe in the flow of existence." Reflect. Where in your life do you resist trust? Do you doubt your path, fearing it may lead you astray? Do you struggle to believe that your efforts are enough, or that the universe supports your well-being? What if releasing that doubt allowed peace to settle quietly in your chest, a relief you cannot force, only receive? Trust changes everything. In relationships, it lets love breathe instead of suffocating under control. In work, it allows creativity to flow without fear of results. In your inner world, trust lets calm rise naturally, like sunlight breaking through clouds, warming every hidden space. So, release the need to manage every detail, predict every outcome, or control what was never yours to command. Let trust lead you. Let patience and surrender show you that peace is not something to chase. It arrives when you stop fighting and start allowing. Remember, when you open your hand, the butterfly may land, and so it is with peace. It comes gently, quietly, and fully when you trust. Life is on your side, and by trusting you are already free. A short summary of these principles. Stop chasing, start receiving. Peace and fulfillment do not come from endless pursuit. What is meant for you will come when you are ready. Trusting this flow frees you from restlessness, the prison of tomorrow. Happiness fades when we delay it for some day. Life exists only in this moment. Every delay in embracing it keeps us from real joy. Calmness is the highest strength. True power is not in reaction, but in stillness. Calmness sharpens clarity, strengthens patience, and makes you steady in the face of challenges. Release the burden of control. The more you try to control life, the more peace slips away. Letting go of outcomes aligns you with life's natural flow. The beauty of simple rituals. Happiness lives in small acts. Breathing, sipping tea, walking, or sitting in silence. When you honor these moments, life feels extraordinary. Patience is the language of the universe. Nothing blooms before its time. Trusting natural timing teaches patience, and patience brings peace, growth, and clarity. Silence reveals what noise conceals. In quiet moments, truth and clarity rise. By welcoming silence, you uncover insights that constant motion and noise hide. Your energy shapes your reality. Life reflects the energy you carry. When you radiate peace, compassion, or joy, the world responds in the same way. Release the illusion of perfection. Perfection is a trap that steals joy. Accepting imperfection brings freedom, authenticity, and a deeper love for life as it is. Joy is not a destination. Happiness is not something you reach later. It is something you recognize now. Every step and breath already holds the joy you seek. Surrender is freedom, not loss. Surrendering to life does not mean losing. It means releasing resistance, allowing freedom, and finding peace in what is. Peace comes to those who trust. Peace is not earned. It arrives when you trust life's timing. The more you allow, the more calm finds you naturally. Life is not waiting for you in some distant future. It is happening now, in this breath, in this heartbeat. The Buddhist path teaches that the more we cling, the more we suffer. The more we trust, the more we flow. Every moment is both a teacher and a gift, softly saying, "Be still, be present, be free." When you release who you were, you become who you can be. This is the heart of Zen. Stop struggling and you discover strength. Stop chasing and you discover peace. Nothing outside you needs to change for you to feel complete. In calmness, silence, and surrender, life reveals its perfect timing. So ask yourself, if you already had everything needed to be at peace, would you keep searching? Or would you finally live it? Like and share this video. Share your thoughts in the comment box for more inspiring Buddhist insights on living a peaceful life.